you're wondering what am I doing with the apple by dropping it down, I was trying to understand the law of gravity. Everything that is there has to fall down is what the law of gravity says. But my today's video defies all laws which you can probably think of physics, chemistry, math, science, economics. It defies everything. Now if you're wondering what am I talking about, you will just come to know very soon. But before that, I need to welcome you all to my channel. As you know, I do everything related to books and occult sciences. You are going to enjoy and love my videos with witches and tantrics and all of that stuff. But today's video is something which I'm really looking forward to. Yes, how does today's video defy all laws of physics, as I said, chemistry, science, maths, whatever you can think of? Why? Because I'm talking about Chetan Bhagat. Now, how does he sell those millions and millions of copies in spite of those trillions and trillions of dislikes which he has? It is something which has really intrigued me, that how does Chetan Bhagat become the bestseller even though there are so many dislikes out there for his work? Now this is, before I start the video, I would like to clarify that it is not that I like Chetan Bhagat or I dislike Chetan Bhagat. It is something which really intrigued me. An author out there who sells those millions copies in spite of the dislikes, which are literally double. Now how does he do that is something which I have tried to analyze. So let us start. The very fact that Chetan Bhagat is a writer and he's written a book is something really credible, because it involves a lot of hard work. I'm sure all the aspiring writers out there would be able to connect to the fact that how much hard work goes in writing a book. So I have to give it to Chetan Bhagat primarily for writing those books. Now how does he sell? Because he has got a marketing plan. Do you know that when he became a writer, he went to the publishers. He was not running after those top 5 publishers like most of the aspiring writers do, that I need to get them published with the top 5. He just took out mediocre publisher at that particular point of time, and he said that okay, I will give you my marketing plan. My book should sell at this particular price and it should be readily available at railway stations and bus stops and so on. At that particular point of time, this were the places where books were being sold. So he had it in his mind that how he would sell his book. Yes, now from here I would say that 50% is your writing the book, but 50% is your marketing of the book. You should know how would you market your book, how would you promote it on social media, through perhaps book promotions or whatever be your plan. So you should know how are you going to do it. He was very clear as to how he would market his book. So yes, marketing was one of the things which had really made Chetan Bhagat who he is. The second point which I would like to bring out over here is Chetan Bhagat knew his target audience. Who is he writing for? What age group is he writing for? He was very clear about it in his mind. So before you start writing your story, you must know your target audience. Your book is going to basically target college students, or basically target 25 plus or 35 plus or middle-aged people. Who is the book going to target is a very big question, because when you know your target audience, then things fall appropriately in the right place. So yes, as I said, he knew his target audience very well. The third point what I would like to bring out is Chetan Bhagat was very consistent with his work. He didn't write that just one book and just give it up. He kept on writing. So yes, if your first book doesn't do well, you need to put out the second, you need to put out the third. Don't run after your book being a success or a failure. You just need to be very consistent with your work. That is the key, and that is the key what Chetan Bhagat had followed in his work, that he was extremely consistent with his work. After 1, after 2, after 3, even after those failures and after those millions and millions of dislikes which he has not given up the whole idea of writing. He still writes. So yes, as I said, you have to be very consistent with your work. My next point is, for which I really give it to Chetan Bhagat. He was the man who started that an ordinary person who does not hold those MFAs can still become a writer. Yes, he was the one who started that trend. You don't need to know those fancy English words. If you have a good story, you can become a writer, because there is an audience who are ready to read your work. This is what Chetan Bhagat has brought to the table, and and for which I really give it to him. He has brought in, like, we had people who were just reading Jane Austen's and Shakespeare's. If you didn't read that stuff, you were not really a writer. No, he broke that wall and he came in and he said, look here, I am an engineering student and yes, I can write a story because I have a good story with me. His stories were not bad when he started writing. They were perhaps good in the beginning part of his career. Now the later part I would not like to comment over here. But yes, when he initially started, his stories were good. Perhaps the language and the grammar was not up to the mark, but he brought out that yes, you are an ordinary person, you don't hold those MFAs and those fancy English words in your dictionary. It's perfectly fine. Even then you can write that book down. Another point which I would like to bring out over here is Chetan Bhagat has written for the common man, used the language of the common man, used the character sketch of the common man in his books. Yes, so the normal man can relate to it. Now if you feel that, oof, Chetan Bhagat, I don't know for which target audience he writes, you have to believe the fact that India is not only Delhi, Bombay, Madras and Calcutta, it is beyond the metros. He has written for the common man. Perhaps he is one of those people for which I really give it to him again, is that he made the normal Indian man read his books. Yes, that is one of the things which we cannot deny, that it was the Chetan Bhagat era which started that the normal Indian man or a woman who does not know such fancy words of English can read books out there. So yes, his words are very simple, his story is simple. You can perhaps anybody, me, you relate to that story. Yeah, so his work is an extremely simple work for the common man. So as I said, it also boils down that he knew his target audience. So the whole story when you start writing a book is your marketing plan, your target audience, what age group are you catering to, you must keep it in mind. Another point which I would like to bring out over here is that Chetan Bhagat, which I have really not liked him for, has tried to objectify women in a certain way. If it was Half Girlfriend, I saw the movie, I left it in between. I tried to read the book, I left that book in between. Why? Because he is trying to fuel in the male ego. Yes, that is what I felt, that he knows that this is how women are objectified in India, and if I write such stuff, there is an audience out there who would want to read such stuff. So it was something I really did not appreciate. Coming from somebody who has an IIT, IIM, writing and objectifying women was something I really did not like. But then I realized that perhaps he knows that there is an audience out there who want women to be objectified in a certain way. So he is catering to that audience. But the question is, this is the new India and it is better, like people like Chetan Bhagat do not, I again say, do not objectify women in a certain way. Another point I'd like to bring forward is Chetan Bhagat used the social media, whether it was through the dislikes or the likes. He said some type of publicity, even though bad is good publicity, he has followed that rule. So yes, Chetan Bhagat has tried to remain in the limelight. Now a writer judging a dance show is something I cannot believe. Were the producers thinking that Chetan Bhagat is going to do the next Michael Jackson steps on the stage? I really wonder that. But yes, how can a writer go and judge a dance show where he does not even know the ABCD of dancing? So it boils down to the fact that Chetan Bhagat has really worked hard to remain in the limelight, whether it was through social medias or through the dance shows or through saying any crap. I really don't know about that. So the points which I bring forward to you, why Chetan Bhagat really sells is because yes, he is there out there, he's there on the social media, he's out there through his dislikes. If you tell people that, you know, I read a Chetan Bhagat book, the first impression they give is as though you have committed a murder. This was the impression which I got from a friend when I asked her, do you really like Chetan Bhagat? As I again say, I don't have anything against him or for him. These are just my point of views as to why he really sells so much and becomes the best-selling author in India when there are those billions and trillions of dislikes and he defies all laws of economics and physics and chemistry and whatever it might be. So these are my points. He knows the target audience. He has a marketing plan out there. He has been consistent with his work. And yes, he does not leave any stone unturned when it comes to social media. So if you are aspiring to write a book, do keep these points in mind. 50% is your writing, but 50% is your marketing plan as well. So guys, this was my video on why Chetan Bhagat sells in spite of those millions and millions of dislikes. Do tell me your views in comments. I'll be waiting. Press that like or dislike button. It's always encouraging. And yes, don't forget to subscribe. It is wonderful if you join me on this journey. And yes, before I go, I need to share my blog with you, www.nataliasuri.com, where I post in a lot of articles and religious mysteries, plus the ones, you know, till you will laugh till you drop. So yeah, do check out my article on Vampire Hours, that how do I contribute to the world economy. Yes, I do contribute to the world economy in some way or the other. You will only come to know if you check out my blog. Do check that out, and I'll be seeing you very soon in my next video, which I'll be posting in very soon. Till then, you need to keep smiling and do take care of yourself. Why? Because I love you. Take care. Bye. See you soon.